This is surviving 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore 1.14.2. I had big plans for this episode, so I wasted no time and started gathering materials like sand for glass. Then I started working on my first project, which was Villager Breather. So I did big research on how to make my love machine. I said the L word. After laughing at my own joke, I realized I already had finished the farm. So the last thing I needed to do was to put those stick wannabes in that hall. In my house I had 5 OG slaves that were nitwits.
Nitwit villagers wear robes that are green on top. They cannot acquire a profession, trade or gather around bells, but are still able to breed.
That's why I put them in that hall, because they weren't useful in any other way.
Plus, I just didn't like them.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
By the day 54, all the children makers were in the place.
On the day 55, I went mining, and again I found something.
Great success.
I like Borat very much, so I decided to explore the world like he did. Thank you for watching.
And then I found what I was looking for. And then another one. And another one. And another one.
Unlike Spider-Man, I made it back home pretty easily. On my trip I came across about 15 sunken boats and 6 treasure chests. And this is what we got.
To celebrate the fact that I finally made it back home, I decided to make a cage where I would try to get enchanted books from villagers for perfect armor. Then I came across this amazing Wonder Woman, which made me think what to do with my life. And I decided not to do anything.
But the difference is our attitude.
On the day 65, I decided to enchant my armor. I needed to get as much protection as I could because I wanted to do something that would change my life forever. But before we explore the place which I am most afraid of,
we cannot forget about my favorite exercise,
which is called hole digging in the ground. After digging my last hole, it was finally time to enter
the mighty eggplant portal.
Yes, I was scared shitless. Right after entering the portal, I saw Nether Fortress, which was exactly what we were looking for. And then another one. We were surrounded with Nether Fortresses, which was mind-blowing.
But before entering any of the fortresses, we needed to make sure that nothing can attack us when we enter and exit the Nether. So I finished the portal room. After placing the last blocks, I started working on tunnels which I would use for safe travel in Nether. And then I found a safe way into Nether Fortress through my tunnels.
Then I took some nether warts, and then I found what I was looking for all this time.
Yes, a blaze spawner. I successfully killed all the blazes that spawned there. When I got plenty of blaze rods, I decided to head back home. When I got back, I started working on the other projects.
The first thing that I did when I got back, I made a brewing stand.
Then I discovered something unusual. The wandering Wonder Woman liked my hall so much that she decided to go in by herself. Then I gave her a very special nickname, which backfired pretty fast. But more about that later. Hashtag fuck the grass. I finished my beautiful halls by putting fences around it.
On day 71, I got my first villager in the cage. As soon as I got one of the trades I was looking for, I traded with him to lock in that trade. And after that, I put him in the hole which I made earlier.
And throughout this episode, I did that many more times, which I'm not going to show you because it would take too long. Do you remember how I said it backfired? Yeah, look. She despawned. So now I am the blue dum-dum. While cruising down the street in my sick world, I saw 2 sheep that were hanging out on the roof and I could not let them go. Ever. So I fenced them in on the rooftop. They were my roof sheep. I started working on something much more interesting and useful. Yes, that's the machine which is used to make green villagers. I used some simple redstone tricks and some simple piston tricks and some simple tricks. Theoretically it should work. On the day 78 I started working on the very beginning of my mega base.
The first thing that I needed to do was to make 19 blocks wide circle. After building for a while I realized I don't have the materials to finish the project.
So I decided to build at the daytime and mine at the night. While mining I found more diamonds. But yeah, calling someone dumb backfired really hard. What I didn't notice at the moment was that I was using a new pickaxe which didn't have Fortune 3, so I wasted so much diamonds.
On the day 82 I wanted to make an easier entrance to my tower, and after doing that I finished the circle, the ground floor.
Okay, but this moment will haunt me forever. I got so hyped about finding the diamonds. The worst part of it was that they were 9 there. 9 diamonds.
But I was such a dum-dum, the fact that I didn't realize that I don't have the Fortune 3 pickaxe, it's still haunting me.
On the next day I found some wood to gather to make it build, yes. After I gather wood I use wood for project. And then I wanted to add some detail to the project. When I was done with detailing I started working on some more detail. And when the night came, I still was so unlucky. The next day I added some more wood beams. I put down some stone bricks to make the place look more realistic. The building wasn't even halfway done, but it already looked epic. The next thing that I did, I started working on the roof. One layer after another, I slowly started making progress. Before I entered the world in 1.14.2, I deleted some chunks. So now there is 64 by 64 chunks in my world that are in 1.11. And all other chunks are loaded in the newest version. And while mining I found the borderline between both of them.
I need more wood, so I go chopper down the tree. Then I decided I need roof, so I go make one. It looked good, so I say good job me.
The roof was almost done, I just needed a few more materials to finish it. I made some lanterns for decoration. After doing that I placed them in the special holes which I made on the roof. They would add more light to it, and it would look so much prettier at the night time. Then I added the rest of the wooden beams. And then I went to Nether to get quartz.
When I entered the portal, I was kindly greeted by the skeleton that started shooting me.
While gathering the quartz, I came across a villain that started shooting me. Yes, sir, that was the legendary 420 Blaze. R.I.P. When I got the quartz that I needed, I returned back home. I finished the rooftop 99%. The only thing that I needed was an end rod, but I will get it later in the later episodes. And then I will finish it 100%. I also made a pretty little balcony with an awesome view. And after adding the last detail, the first tower of the mega base was done. On the day 99, I needed just one villager with fire protection 4. And I wasn't sure if I'm gonna make it in time, but I got super lucky and I got my last villager. And now I have all the villagers for the perfect armor, which I'm going to make the next episode. And yes, we did it. We actually did it. We survived 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore. The only thing I wanted to do before the next episode was to gather 11 golden apples so I could cure villagers and make the trades cheaper. While running back home, the tower looked perfect from distance. I just loved how it turned out, and I made the last 2 golden apples. On this episode I got all this, and I briefly enchanted my armor, just to get that extra protection. Also, I got 12 awkward potions.
In the beginning. In the beginning. Yeah. In
In the beginning we made a villager love machine. Then I made a special cage for them. And there are all my villagers. And the last one I got on the last day. I'm still so happy about that. We also made a place where we can turn villagers into zombie villagers, and after that we can cure them and make the traits cheaper. But besides that, the main build was this tower, the very beginning of our mega base. I put a lot of effort into making this video, so I would appreciate it if you would like the video and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Yeah, but before that, we cannot forget about our little thing that is called hole digging in the ground, because I need those holes for my... What the fuck?